What's up?
What's up?
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome.
I need to sit crisscross applesauce, or else I probably look weird regardless, you know?
He made that sound after that word.
Damn it.
Probably look weird regardless. Wait, who's that? Trisha Paytas?
Trisha Paytas. Yeah, she literally always does that. Yeah, and you went to the story, That's just how she does it.
Love.
You
are my Trisha Paytas.
Yeah, you are my Ethan Klein. Welcome to Frenemies.
Welcome to
Gender
Frenemies.
swapped.
Swapped.
Why
did you do that?
After I threw it, I thought, what if there's a cat right there?
Oh my
and that's so I screamed or did the little reaction. But at the end of the day, cats can live. Okay, a metal rod hitting a cat is different than like it falling from a balcony. Because cats are kind of like squirrels in the fact where they can kind of like, oh, my velocity is like not that high.
Yeah.
I can fall and not explode.
Squirrel shit.
But not a pole. The concept for this is supposed to be us talking about music that we like and using it as a spring launching board as into conversation, because we talk music all the time.
We do.
And we go, that was a good podcast. Why were we not recording?
Right.
So the goal of this is to capture this in a not forced way at all.
Yeah.
We'll have a nice organic conversation that just makes so much sense and doesn't feel like we're rehearsed or at all.
Organic.
We only make things in one way. Absolute fucking chaos. Okay, so I thought a good question to start off this podcast that's going to be about music is album of the year so far.
Album of the year so far.
I know what it is.
Wow.
I know what mine is for sure.
I mean, I feel like we're halfway through the year.
We're halfway through.
It's a lot.
Guess mine.
Harry Styles.
Damn. Maybe that my favorite? I was going to say Crash.
Crash. Oh, okay. I'm also having a hard time thinking of like exactly what's come out this year.
Right? Time is such a blur.
If I was looking at a list, I could be like, that one.
Right? Should we do some Googling?
Yeah, no, Crash, amazing. Harry Styles, amazing.
like what else exists? We're going to go into my
Did Adele
profile.
come out this year or no?
Right? Did the Adele come out in Christmas?
Was it a Christmas album? Because she did the One Night Only thing. Was that Christmas?
I'm confused.
Drake's album is fucking groovy.
When did Adele's 30 album come out?
I was listening to the Drake album like for the first time all the way through a few days ago, and I had my AirPods in. I'd listened to like a few songs, but I had my AirPods in, and the first song came on, and it starts out kind of low key, and I swear to God, I gasped when the bass dropped the first time. I started dancing.
Yes,
I had my AirPods in. I was dancing.
Oh yeah,
fully. I was in my room dancing. Yeah.
When it comes in,
it's all these.
It's such a good surprise.
Like, the house beats.
It's coming back. Summer 2020 is summer 2022.
Oh my God.
Summer 2022.
Ew, don't take me back.
Oh my God, we cannot think about summer 2020.
We cannot.
Summer 2022 is the house beats.
House beats.
Because Beyonce, he was smart to release his first.
Yeah, Drake, Beyonce. What was the one other one?
I feel like the Charlie XCX revival of like old 90s songs has been also very interesting this year. A very interesting thought I want to comment on. Yeah, because Adele's came out 2021. Unfortunately.
What's that one called? It's the Kate Bush album.
I know. The album of the year is the one from the 80s. Like, that one is good. I feel like it loses its power throughout because it feels...
It does.
Like,
it gets
long.
weirder and weirder, and I get to a certain point in the album when I will out loud, this is too weird now, and turn it off.
Like, I don't think I've ever made
too
it
weird
through
for me, Kate Bush.
without skipping. Yeah.
No, there's one, I think it's like, Mother Stands for Comfort.
Oh,
Mother stands for comfort. And I'm like, bitch, get out of my face.
That's funny.
Get away from me. Be gone, Kate Bush.
Kate Bush. Like the first three.
First three are
like Hounds
so
of
good.
Love, Running Up That Hill.
Yeah.
What's the or is Running Up the Hill the third
No,
one?
Hounds of Love is the album. Is it also a song?
I thought it opened with
It
that
opens
song.
with
Kate Bush, baby.
oh god. Is that what it's called? What is that?
I don't know. I feel like I just thought I thought I knew
Is
this
that
album.
what the first song? Oh, Running Up the
Running
Hill.
Up the Hill, Hounds of Love, Big Sky.
Yeah, those
First three are really good.
Really good.
And then I have multiple times just like, oh, The Waking of the Witch. I was like, see ya. I was like, I have to go to bed.
Yeah.
But I'm not shitting on it because it is great that she established a lot of these like new boundaries that we have today that have been like pushed.
Yeah.
She was the girl doing all the weird noises back
Yeah.
in the 80s. She basically inspired Taylor Swift to write Closure.
I think I have allergies.
I need Flonase.
Am I allergic to cats?
Are your eyes like shrinking?
My nose is just so itchy.
Oh no. I have been so itchy and having the worst violent sneezes. Violent sneezes.
Violent sneezes.
Like, you know, a sneeze is sometimes fun.
Yeah.
These sneezes are not fun.
Ew.
They're like, ouch.
ouch.
I've been having them, and I think it's because of allergies.
God damn.
What was great about Arizona is there were no allergies there, but I had an allergic reaction to dust. When there was a dust storm, I couldn't breathe.
Oh damn.
And then here I have occasional allergies, and in Virginia Beach, none. Something about the humidity.
Oh, I'm very allergic to Colorado.
Yes, I feel like so many people are. They say they're like not feeling good when they get here, the high altitude and the like weird plant life.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like once I've been here for a while, it's not so bad. But if I ever like spend time somewhere else, when I come back to Colorado, instant like my allergies are so bad.
Right. Yes, I feel like when I travel, I'll be like surprised that I feel good in an area that's not my local place, and then like my local place,
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah.
like, I feel like crap.
Like I will literally have to like chug local honey for like 12 months
Okay,
to
that
be
worked.
mildly comfortable here.
I remember that you
Yeah.
got me on that local honey shiz,
Oh yeah,
and
local
I got
honey
some.
shiz.
That did help me when I did it.
Save the
I need
bees,
to go
bitch.
back and buy like someone next door make some fucking honey right now.
Oh yeah.
And give me the local shit. I need whatever is right out there in my body healing me.
Yeah.
And the concept of bees is crazy. That like we are like, here, insect, let me take this goo you made. We love it. And the insects were probably like, that was for our queen. Huge ass thing. See ya. Let's make more. Like, bees have just such a simple life, yet so complicated. And the fact that flower sex is possible through bees.
Yeah. I love some asexual sex.
Right? It's amazing how a flower is man and woman.
Crazy. Ew, I need a tissue.
Snot came onto the microphone. Alert.
No, I'm
Snot
just-
is
no.
on the microphone.
I like whacked the computer and then shot snot out of my nose.
She is shooting snot. She shot snot, to be exact, verbatim. Shot snot.
Ew.
I need to not laugh just by simple gasps. Sometimes my laugh is going,
Yeah.
and people are probably like, is he okay?
What does that mean? What's all that drawer?
Fleur. Don't.
I don't understand.
Is it
Did
supposed...
whoever make it like not speak French?
Is don't French? Don't. Fleur don't.
Is it? Am I just a fucking idiot?
Fleur don't. I don't speak French. Where is my friend Catherine? That girl could speak French like nobody's business.
God.
She was from Lubbock, Texas.
Texas bitchin'.
Texas bitchin' with the French. My mom told me it's French, but I'm like, Mom, why do you get something that says that? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Fleur don't.
Yeah.
I think my sense of humor is so broken that if you just said any word and then don't after it, I'd laugh. Like, that's funny to me.
Yeah.
And there's something wrong with the both of us.
It was probably the religious trauma.
Yep. I was going to deny it. I can't. I can't deny it. I'm not going to deny that on air.
No.
On live television. Not anymore. No more lies.
No
This
more.
is the podcast of no lies.
More.
We will use this as an avenue to talk about music and then just expose random people. Charlie XCX, Lana. When did Blue Bannisters come out?
Oklahoma. Ooh.
Okay. Hot take. Chemtrails is slowly moving up my Lana list. Chemtrails was dead last when it came out.
I love Chemtrails. Blue Bannisters is like probably my number one for her right now.
Blue Bannisters is incredible. It came out 2021.
This is not what I thought. Oh, no, Blue Bannisters.
Isn't it weird that it opens with textbook?
Oh, yeah.
Me and a John Deere.
Johnny handed me a beer, said, how the hell did you get here? Oklahoma.
So good.
So good.
Like-
This is literally, I went to Tulsa, and pretty much this was like the goal of my trip.
Blue Bannisters,
I was
Tulsa
like,
Jesus
I
Freak.
want to go to Tulsa, listen to Blue Bannisters, and like have cringe girl summer.
Cringe girl summer. Hot girl summer is over. Cringe girl summer.
I was like, let me put on some bad makeup, a poorly fitting dress, get in this. My friends.
the poorly fitting dress.
My
Not
friends,
the poorly fitting dress.
My friends are like borrowing this car, and it's like I swear to God, it has to be like from the 90s, and we were just talking about it, like.
Uh-huh.
We're just talking about how there's like vintage cars, and then there's cars that were made in the last like 30 years that are for sure like not road safe anymore.
Yeah, because you and I were talking about how, if you see a 60s car, like the one we walked by when we were walking the dog.
Like, wow.
Beautiful, vintage, because it's restored a lot.
Right.
Oftentimes. It's like they fixed it.
It looks like it just got off the damn conveyor belt.
And 70s, 80s, 90s, no one wants it to look like it originally was because it was originally ugly. So they're gone. They're like melted down. And when you see one, there's a tire that's the wrong size.
So we were in this like tiny like Ford, just like a little like.
What year?
Old. Okay, it was like
decade?
I felt like. I felt
90s
like
probably.
if we got into a car crash, we were for sure gonna die. But I was like, this is so aesthetic. Just
You're like having your Lana Del Rey.
Me and my girlfriend's Oklahoma summer. Just fucking bumming it in Oklahoma, but it's hot girl shit anyways. Like,
Hot girl Tulsa.
my aesthetic, my goal was like, I want to go walk around Tulsa like I'm a Midwest prom queen.
Yeah, in your poorly
Yeah.
fitting dress
My
with
poorly
your
fitting
chemtrails
dress
over the
and
country
my
club
scary
playing.
car, and just the sweetest little friends ever.
That's what's crazy to me is the fact that friendship is what negates all other negative things.
Oh yeah.
Like, the way that I've gotten through so much of life is looking back and going, wow, that was shit. Thank God I had those 5 people who made sure I didn't die. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like there's been moments, the ones that are actually shit, looking back on them, I'm like, that's because I was scrambling for someone. It was in the betweens of someone helping me out there.
Yeah.
Because, like, we've gone through so much shit, and it's, since you're there, instead of, like, crumbling down and dying, we just laugh, and we're like, just keep walking.
I was just talking to my therapist about this yesterday.
Yes, we'll have a
was
segment,
like-
therapy talk.
I was like, even though there are more ideal situations than being in Colorado Springs, I do love it because every time I'm in Colorado Springs, it's like me and Hudson taking turns like escaping to each other's parents' basements.
Yes, parents' basements.
It's like me and Hudson do it together, so it's like fun. Like we just laugh at it. Like it might be awful, but we're just having the best time.
Exactly, and we make it through.
Right. And I was also explaining to her, I was like, our whole conversation that we had about like millennials versus Gen Z, where it's like, you know, millennials are so like disparaged and like crushed by everything because they had these awesome childhoods, you know. And
Pre 9/11,
Gen Z,
no panic.
Gen Z, it's like every year or 2 years in your life, your entire life, it's just like a horrible event. So like we just laugh. Like Gen Z superpower is like apathy, so we just literally laugh our way through things. Like that is the only thing to do.
Because what's so funny about us is we are not an ignorant generation.
No,
we
we
care
know
about
what's
everything.
going
We know
on.
what's going on, and we care about it passionately, like way more than previous generations. Not to go down a political rabbit hole, but I feel like our generation, once it is fully in the voting sphere of like your 20s, 30s of like being politically involved, like we are not the generation to be like, well, someone else will handle it.
Yeah.
We've been like, from the get-go, this has been needing to change since day one.
Literal
like,
day one.
I've been out of here, and every day I've been, one
like,
day when I can vote, I'll fix this.
And War on Terror. Like
Literally. Like, Emmy was born in 2001, October 8th.
Right. Yeah.
And she was my poor pregnant mom, just literally 9 months in.
Yeah.
Watching it, like, I do not remember anything, but I was technically there.
Technically, we were there.
A crib.
Making our formative memories.
Do 2-year-olds sit in cribs? No.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I was in a crib.
Stick them in a pack and play. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I loved the thing that you like sat me in. And they had like all those toys around it.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you could that's smart because I feel like it teaches them kind of how to stand. They're like sitting, but their toesies are like testing out if they can like jump. I loved it. I would literally jump.
Love.
That's a formative memory I remember. Not 9/11, but I remember that.
So yeah, it's not that we're not informed. It's that we see very clearly.
7. And I remember when I was a little kid and when BuzzFeed and all the millennial superhero nonsense, Harry Potter was going on, and you're a little kid and so you don't have anything else. Like, we had not yet gotten the ability to like make a publication as a child. So all the publications were like aimed at the millennials because they were the cool teens at the time when I was like younger. And I always remember like just identifying with them out of just sheer need to feel included.
Oh yeah, I was
like,
so
I love Beanie Babies.
I know, I was so like dead set or like determined to like be labeled as a millennial. I was like, yes, me and all of my sisters are millennials. And then because it always takes a while for them to actually officially name the like youngest generation that's like, being born.
What? Because the trauma has to happen and you don't know the day of. You have to figure out when it like was a big enough deal in the past to be like, oh, that's when it changes.
Because what it is it's when there's enough of the generation existing to like observe a characteristic about them, you know? So it's like starting with us. Like we are the first, you know, the oldest Gen Zs, you know? And so once they did name Gen Z and I learned more about Gen Z, I was like, oh, I know what I am. Like, because then it's like, it's true. My sisters do have like some distinct differences from like me, just in like their behavior and how they think about things, and also like where they are on like the, you know, how like old they are in culture, you know, like how well are they actually keeping up with like what the thing is right now, you know? Whereas like, I feel like me and you are very like on the pulse. We're very much like the like old cool Gen Z whatever, you know.
Yes, like
because Gen Z is like also like fairly large generation. Now there's a new generation being born.
Yeah, it said 2012 is what it said was the end. That makes
sense.
Was it the movie 2012,
the
movie of
That's
Apocalypse?
like a pretty significant amount of people, you know. So it's like, I feel like we are, you know what you were just saying, you're like young and you're watching like all the media that is aimed at like the cool generation of the moment.
Yes.
Like the youngest kids right now, it's like we are that to them.
Right. It's funny how you are forming things that are individual. And I think that's what's great about TikTok is this power where you'll see something and it'll be like, does anyone else blah blah forget to leave the door open and unlocked, you know, a like shared memory you all have as a kid.
Right.
And it's crazy because, you know, lots of people have these shared memories that we don't even know about till a TikTok is like, I also did this random Gen Z thing as a child. And like we are consuming all of this millennial media being like, I am them.
Yeah.
And then through that, and also maybe without it in a way, we are forming our actual Gen Z like
Yeah.
childhood
Yeah.
interpretation of it.
Yeah.
Feel cool in 5th grade. I remember
Right.
going out of my way and like Googling these like TV shows my friends were talking about because my parents were still gatekeeping
Yeah.
like TV 14 stuff because my sisters
Totally.
were kids.
Right. And whereas like I feel like I did get some like random older references because, you know, I'm the youngest of 4. My oldest sister is 6 years older than me. So she's like very millennial and like
You watched
she
Harry
had
Potter.
Right.
Insane. I was not allowed to.
I feel like I watched like the like teenage shows of like
Twilight?
the 2000s.
When did you first see
Weird
Twilight?
enough. Well, I watched it in the 6th grade. So I watched it, you know,
Okay.
not too long.
This is
after it
Jules,
actually did
everyone.
come out. This is Jules.
A cat appearance. Cat
But,
appearance number 1.
One thing, Saved by the Bell. I know that's like it's not even like well, I guess it is a millennial thing.
It's
Is it
90s growing up, right?
You're right. Yeah. Like my oldest sister made us watch it every morning before school, and it was like a weird old reference that I had that like a lot of my friends who maybe didn't have older siblings didn't have.
Right. Exactly.
Because they weren't watching like the like teenage shows.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And
Or SNL. I was
Oh, yeah,
a
no
child.
SNL.
I was a child watching SNL because, you know, my oldest sister was in high school and that's what her and my dad would watch.
wow.
Yep.
Yep, I remember the most mature I ever felt was my mom at nighttime when she thought all the kids had gone to bed would watch Oprah. And the way that house worked is at the top of the stairs there was a balcony, and it was very odd, the design of that house, but it was epic because instead of some upstairs is like yours in your house, you know, they had not decided to build out the whole thing, and so for instance, where your parents' room, it would be gone and
Yeah.
you could look down. You
Yeah.
know, it was like an open air space.
Yeah.
And I would literally come and sit there, like up in the stairs and watch, and because the TV was down there,
Yeah.
and I'd watch Oprah and be like, I'm so cool. And it's hilarious looking back and remembering me not understanding. Like I remember being like, so the lady went in the house and is someone dead? And me being like, the concept of death. You know, because Oprah was always like, this woman's had 5 kids who've died. We're going to give her a car. You know, Oprah in the 2000s was like traumatizing.
Oh my God.
It literally was. It was like, this woman's been through unspeakable death. We're going to give her a Honda Civic.
Not the Honda Civic.
Not that.
I was looking at us
Jules
like we're
is
crazy.
like, you are crazy. Okay, so a great way to wrap it up would be, what is your favorite Gen Z album?
Billie Eilish, Happier Than Ever. For
Okay.
sure.
I was about to say that I want to do Billie Eilish, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go?
Oh, that one's so good.
She just is the iconic, like
Just-
she
I
is
feel like
the
she-
youngest to win any of these awards, Grammys.
Right. Right.
And she's the first Gen Z, probably.
I'm trying to think. I feel like she is one of the first like big Gen Z celebrities.
Yeah, like Olivia Rodrigo comes to mind.
I think of Millie Bobby Brown too.
Yes.
I mean, she was also like very young when she first, you know, became like a pretty big celebrity.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to think of other like Gen Z artists that I
Right.
like, because they can only be like 3 or 4 years older than us.
Right.
But sometimes I Google an artist's age and I'll be like, what?
I know.
They're my age? Like,
I'm
that's
like-
not allowed. I'm supposed to be famous at this age.
I guess people who are our age are also Gen Z, so I guess we could think of like Noah Cyrus. Shawn Mendes
Right.
is only like a year older than us, or he's probably your age.
Right.
Because you're just a tiny bit older than me.
Yes. And like, you're right about this. I need to do a better poll of who is younger.
I know.
Because my faves,
In my mind, it's
old.
like hard to think of people who are like really my age.
yes.
Because I think a lot of the people that are like really big, like Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber, it's like they're like old.
Yeah, like
They're older
Taylor,
enough that it's
Lana,
like, yeah,
Drake.
no, they're fully like millennials.
I am not censoring this. I'm not going to take the time to do that.
Yeah.
And I will just put a family warning, family friendly, not advised.
Yeah,
Right?
TVMA.
TVMA.
language.
It's Emma and Hudson. What do you think is going down? Thank you guys.
Thank you.
This has been
great.
partially talking about albums and doing exactly what I expected us to do. Just have a good old time talking about whatever.
About whatever. have to burp.